Another Nintendo Direct has come and gone, and holy cow was this one a great one. Honestly, probably my favorite they've put out in a long time. I just didn't expect so many great games to get announced. I mean, from fourth parties, from third parties, all the way to 4 new Mario games, or games from the Mario franchise, in one video. One Direct. I've never seen that before. Maybe they've done it, I just haven't seen it, but that to me was magical. It's just, there were so many great surprises that make the Switch oh so much more of a need than a want in my opinion, at least when it comes to the console wars. But I'm not going to go into that obviously, because that's just going to start a war. Now, in this video, I'm not going to show every announcement there was, just the ones that were the most notable to me and give my personal opinion on them. Yes, personal opinion. Nothing in this video is IGN level freaking critic, business, whatever you want to call it. This is just personal opinions, and that is all that is. If you do not match with mine, that is perfectly fine. Let me know in the comments what you thought of these. Believe me when I say I was not expecting a Sonic game to be the first game shown at the Nintendo Direct. And honestly, I'd like to think that's a sign of respect from Nintendo. And honestly, how amazing is it that such an incredible looking game gets to be shown to Nintendo fans from their rivals? Well, I'd still consider them rivals. Or at least Mario's rivaling franchise Sonic the Hedgehog. Honestly, it's just so good to have such an incredible looking 2D game back in the franchise. And honestly, I'm so glad that from what I've read, they're planning to continue these games with 3D games. They're not choosing the either 3D or 2D, they're just going together and making them side by side. And honestly, that's just simply incredible. I can't wait for this game. Honestly, I don't have much to say about this one. I just had to include it because honestly, it shocked me a new WarioWare game was coming. WarioWare Move It is coming to the Switch, and I was under the impression only one WarioWare game is coming per console. That's how they did it so far. Sort of like Smash Bros. Other than that though, it just looks incredibly fun. I am excited for it, I can't lie. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of JRPGs or RPGs or whatever you want to call them. I mean no disrespect by that. It's just they aren't my type of game at all. Now, that doesn't mean I don't have a huge appreciation for them. I think they're a damn near amazing experience. It's just not the type I would go out of my way to experience. I said experience twice. Whoops. But, yeah, there's not much to say about this except the combat is what really gripped me on this. I don't know why, it just looked so good to me. And honestly, I might pick this one up just because of it. Although I'm not just going to ignore these absolutely breathtaking visuals. This is gorgeous! Now this is a game that just brings an absolute massive and permanent smile to my face. I freaking love the looks of this game. This just looks like fun, man. I'm not gonna spend all this time gushing over it, but I mean, what bad is there to be said about this? It has a stunning art style, incredible looking platforming. Oh, I can't wait for this! I haven't felt this way about a game since A Hat in Time. Oh, y'all remember that game? That was perfection. When are we getting a sequel to that? Needless to say, I can't wait for Penny's big breakaway. Yeah, I haven't a clue how they're gonna do this one. The Batman Arkham trilogy. One of my favorites of all time because I'm a huge Batman fan. He's my favorite superhero. But the point is, these masterpieces fitting on the Switch just does not seem possible. I'm just gonna say it. I don't know how they're gonna do it. And I don't want to be negative, but I mean, how? If they do, this will be one of the greatest achievements I've seen in gaming. Bringing such graphically gorgeous looking games to the Switch running smoothly. And not only that, I'm not just going to pretend like these games aren't masterpieces. Everyone should know that. I mean, when these games released, it made you feel like Batman. Terrible impressions aside, I can't wait if they somehow manage to do this. And this is a must for Switch owners. Just how? Another masterful trilogy is coming to the Switch in Metal Gear Solid: The Master Collection Volume 1. Now, I'm going to be honest, I don't know what Volume 1 means because what's Volume 2 gonna hold? Is it just gonna be like 4 and 5? Let's focus on the first 3 and, well, the little inclusions of like the 2D games. Anyways, I'm really excited for this one. I'm not surprised as much to say because, well, you kind of expected this. I mean, there's no ways these can't run on the Switch, but it's still incredible to see them coming and I can't wait for them, especially after the freaking HD remake got announced, which I'm so happy for. Although that's not coming to Switch, not a chance. Honestly, this one feels quite a bit overdue, I won't lie, but still welcome nonetheless, and I'm just so happy a new Detective Pikachu is coming to the Switch. I had to think about my wording because it's a new Detective Pikachu game, but this time it's on the Switch instead of the 3DS. And I do expect the first one to be coming to the Switch as well, considering 3DS games are coming to the Switch, but more on that later. And honestly, this one just looks great. Kind of a slice of life type of game, honestly, to me at least. So yeah, pick it up if you're into those. Honestly, all for bringing the 3DS games to the Switch and giving them graphical upgrades. That honestly just seems like a great idea to me. So I'm looking forward to this one. There's not much I can say. Don't get me wrong, I think Luigi's Mansion is a great franchise. I love it to bits, but I haven't played this one, so there's not much I can say. I just bought this to include the 3DS games coming to Switch part. I'm just honestly so happy for the people that have been waiting for this for so damn long. Now, I've never played the original, so I can't really comment on that aspect. But I know this has gotten such a cult following and just so many people have been wanting this, and it brings a smile to my face this is coming. And it's being honestly super faithful to its art style. Honestly, I've noticed how this Direct has done a lot with art style more than games itself, and honestly that is super welcome to me. Admittedly, it wasn't as first, but you know, after looking at most of these again, I'm honestly just so excited. And this one I know is just pleasing so many people, and this is just a win-win because it gives the younger generation an opportunity to try what made so many people's childhoods so great, while giving the older generation a brand new look on the game with gorgeous graphics, and I'm just so happy for everyone. Honestly, I'm really happy to see they're branching out with other characters. I mean, we got Luigi's Mansion, Yoshi's Island, WarioWare, and now we get another Princess Peach game. And while I don't think this is a sequel to Super Princess Peach, I still think this looks quite fun, and knowing Nintendo, they're gonna make this game pretty damn great. I've doubted this company so many times and have been blown away, so I'm just instantly know this is gonna be amazing. This company refuses to bring anything that isn't quality out. Okay, I left this one to the end on purpose because I'm kind of critical on it. Now I need y'all to hear me out on this. At first, when I first saw this, I was completely against it. I did not like it at all. The art style looked really off and weird to me. The platforming looked really basic and simple. The new power-ups, I mean, it's just turning Mario into an elephant, and that new thing, apparently Mario does drugs now, was my first thought. But honestly, after rewatching it a few times, I realized I was just seriously too critical on this. I was made aware that this looks to be very faithful to the artwork Mario used to come with, or still does, I'm not too sure. And honestly, they did an incredible job with that. The art style isn't as bad as initially I thought. English. My English is the worst part of all of this. But I don't know, it's very different, and while I know I'm one of the very few people, I was really hoping for a new Super Mario Bros. Game. That's just because I really enjoy 2D platformers, so I understand if that's just me. But I will say this, I was critical of it at first, but I'm gonna wait for more gameplay and then make a decision on it. There's a lot of points I'll admit I'm missing out. Like, I do want to clarify, it's mainly Mario, the way Mario looks, that puts me off. The game itself looks absolutely breathtaking. I don't know if they used for the rest of the characters, because they look pretty much the same. And holy crap, is it amazing, Daisy's finally in the mainline game. Although, rip Yellow Toad. It's just, I don't know, I was critical of this at first, so I guess it's still growing on me. I will admit this does look pretty fun. This will be a fun time. This is Nintendo, so obviously, yeah. It's just, this was just simply a case of me judging this game too soon. That's all I can add on to it. Honestly, just a quick shout out to Headbangers. This game looks absolutely stupid, but in the most fun way possible. And I don't want to play it as much as I do. I can't wait for this game. And there we have it. As I said, this has to be my favorite Direct they've put out in a long time. It's just so many incredible games were announced that I'm sorry, I have to say it. Switch just came back with a bang. Like, this was a dry year. Then they were just like, nah, just put out these incredible games. As if it was nothing. Tell me what you guys think of these games in the comments below. What do you think of the Direct, and which game are you most excited for? Thank you guys so much for watching. And as usual, I'll see you in the next video.